talking about innovation, I think it's always difficult to say what is innovative and what is not, because some banks may say if 50 banks have implemented something, it's not innovative anymore. So it's certainly about the measurement of innovation. But what we are certainly seeing are, for example, that banks go for different development approaches in that they structure their solutions in a way that offers them to, on the one hand side, to work across different channels, including the mobile channel, in a more efficient way. But at the same point in time, they also go for very differentiating channel-related applications, again, including the mobile channel. So it's some kind of acknowledgement that customer experience differentiation via mobile apps and others is certainly highly important, but at the same point in time, it's also about the cost of delivering these capabilities. So it's really about becoming more effective. And at the same time, I think we've already touched a few emerging technologies that will also show impact on the mobile channel. Progressive web apps are certainly one, in that, again, they can deliver improved experiences, hopefully in a more efficient way. Anything to add, Martin?
Yeah, I'd actually add augmented reality as well, that some banks have experimented with, like, for example, in the context of somebody buying a house and wanting a mortgage, you could have augmented reality as you're standing in front of the property you want to buy, getting more information and those kinds of scenarios. The other point I'd make as well is, in general, mobile banking, just like other services, can become not only region but country specific as well, depending, for example, on what types of payment mechanisms are already available, what consumers are used to. Like, for example, in China, consumers are so used to just having everything in app, or we're seeing banking apps including other kinds of services. This is where you really want to be very careful about looking at innovations elsewhere. Are they meaningful in your environment? Is there a place for them? Because we have seen banks waste a lot of investment in trying to introduce something that in a particular country literally wasn't needed, because an equivalent was already available and people were used to it. And a final point I'd make is, also be careful in thinking about mobile only. There are banks who think mobile first. That's okay. But as has also been discovered, if you try and go mobile only, sooner or later, you'll actually be forced to introduce other channels as well, simply because there are things that are not so wonderful to do in the mobile environment. And there are also customer preferences. So just to watch out for that one as well. And I hope you agree with that as well, because that's something I've observed, but not really researched.
Absolutely. I definitely agree. And we're also seeing in various different sources of survey data that omni-channel, or as I like to call it, broader digital banking, digital engagement per se, is certainly enjoying higher priorities these days than it has enjoyed in the past, particularly compared to mobile banking.